Hello students, welcome to our online class of Balangir Public School. Today we will discuss English grammar of class 8. This is the second chapter, that is the verb. In the first chapter we have discussed about noun and types of nouns. There how to form the different nouns from verbs, from adjectives, everything we have already discussed in the previous chapter. Now the most interesting chapter, that is the verb, which is the base of the knowledge in English, that is the verb. So what is verb? In the previous classes, as we have already learned, as in the previous classes, you must have learned what is the verb, because you know all doing words are called verbs. All doing words are called verbs. For example, here Ramesh runs. I swim in the river. There are two examples. Here Ramesh runs in activities. Swim is also an activity. So which activities are going on? Running activities and swimming activities are going on. So here run is a verb and swim is also a verb. So from this part we are clear that all doing words are verbs. Okay. So how many types of verbs are there? First here, the kinds of verbs. Verbs may be kinds of verbs. Verbs may be two types. One is a transitive verb. Another one is intransitive verb. What is the transitive verb and what is intransitive verb? You must have known what is object first. The answer of what or whom is known as object. If we put question to the verb using what or whom, the answer is known as object. Okay? My father gave me a pen. My father gave me a pen. My father gave whom a pen? Me a pen. So here the answer of your example, object was my father gave me a pen. Okay, before making it clear about the transitive and intransitive verb, you have to know what is the object first. My father gave me a pen. I am telling you that the answer of what or whom is known as object. The answer of what or whom is known as object. Here, my father gave me a pen. My father gave whom a pen. So here, this is the answer of whom. So me will be an object here. One. Secondly, my father gave me what? My father gave me what? This is the answer of what? A pen. So here are two objects. One is me, another is a pen. So the verb gave will be a transitive verb. The gave will be transitive verb. Okay, the verb which has an object in a sentence. If there is an object in a sentence, the verb of that sentence will be transitive verb. And the answer of what and whom is known as object in a sentence. The answer of what is direct object and the answer of whom is indirect object. Generally, indirect object goes before the indirect object. Generally, not always. So here, kinds of verbs, transitive verb, intransitive verb. The verb which has an object is called transitive verb. The verb which has no object is called intransitive verb. Here you can, for example, Ram killed a snake. Ram killed a snake. Here object is Ram killed what? A snake, it is an object. So the killed verb will be transitive verb. On the other hand, intransitive verb, for example, birds fly. Birds fly. Here we cannot get any object. However, we are asking question to the verb fly using what or hope. We will not get any birds fly. So it has no object. So this verb will be intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. Are you clear about the transitive verb and intransitive verb? Next exercise has been given. You will do it yourself. Another point that is verb can be again verb is of two types. You know it, main verb and auxiliary verb. Again, verb is of two types. Main verb and auxiliary. Or helping. What is main verb and what is auxiliary verb? Here I am taking an example. I am writing a story. Here we can write I am writing a story. I am writing a story. Here am writing is the verb phrase. Okay. Am writing is the verb phrase, and here am is the auxiliary verb, and writing is the main verb. Okay. So what is auxiliary verb? What is main verb? The verb which has a dictionary meaning or lexical meaning. The verb which has a dictionary meaning or lexical meaning is called main verb. Like write. If you find out, if you look up the dictionary, then you will get the meaning of write. But then you will not get. Okay. So the verb which has a dictionary meaning or lexical meaning is known as main verb. On the other hand, the verb which has no lexical meaning or dictionary meaning is called auxiliary verb, like am. Clear? Are you clear about the main verb and auxiliary verb? Then come to the point about the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is of two types. Auxiliary verb is of two types. One is primary auxiliary. Primary auxiliary, and another one is modal auxiliary. Okay. Auxiliary verb is of two types, primary auxiliary and second one is modal auxiliary. Which verbs are coming under primary auxiliary? Under primary auxiliary, they are coming be, have, and do. So be, have, and do are primary auxiliary. So who are the members of the be family? Members of be family are is, and, are, why, where, is and are, was, where, being, been, been. These are the members of the be family. Have family members who are have, had, having. Two family members who does, did, done, doing. These are also be, have, and do are primary auxiliary verb. They are and under the be members are is, am, are. These are present form, or V1 was, where they are past form, or V2. Being is the past participle, present participle form, and or been is the past participle form. Again, have has present form, had past form, past participle form also, and having past participle, a present participle form. Do also, do does present form, did past form, done past participle form, doing present participle form. These are the primary auxiliary verb. Why they are primary auxiliary verb? Let us see. These are primary auxiliary. The primary auxiliary verb, the auxiliary verb which can be used both as main verb and auxiliary verb. Remember it. The primary auxiliary verb, the auxiliary verb which can be used both as main verb and as well as auxiliary verb, then it is called the primary auxiliary verb. We can take the example for here. First here, be family can each come. First each for example, I am a student. I am a student. Here am is a big form of verb and it has been used as main verb. Yes or no? This am, I am a student, this am is a big form verb and it has been used as the main verb in this sentence. Another sentence we are taking, I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. Here am is the auxiliary verb. Okay. Here in the second sentence, am has been used as the auxiliary verb, but in the first sentence, am has been used as the main verb. So this am is a member of B verb. So B will be a primary auxiliary. Are you clear? So all the sentence, all the forms of B can be like this. You are a student. You are reading in the classroom. You are all these things. You can take the example also. Have also. You can take the matter of have also. I have a pen. I have a pen. Have here have is the main verb. I have been working in the garden. Here have is the auxiliary verb. So as all these verbs are used, all the be, have and do verbs are used both as auxiliary verb and main verb. So they are called primary auxiliary. Okay. On the other hand, modals are coming, that is shall, should, will, would, shall, should, will, would, can, would, may, might, ought to, must, dare, okay, ought to, must, dare, used to, all these are modal auxiliary verb because they cannot be used as main verb. I will a teacher, I will a student. It cannot be possible. So as they all, so the auxiliary verb which cannot be used as main verb are called modal auxiliary. They are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, ought to, must, dare, used to, need not. All these things are need not also, needs, need not, they are not all the times also. These are known as the modal auxiliary verbs. Okay, so here these are the next year. Again, the verb is of two types. So auxiliary verb and main verbs. Subject verb agreement you have also learned. Next ये दिखना है. So in the next class we will come to know about the non-finite verbs. Okay, here has been given some subject verb agreement. After reading all these things, we will again discuss subject verb agreement. Here is the point subject verb agreement. what is subject verb agreement? Subject verb agreement. What is subject verb agreement? For example, I am taking an example here. Ram takes a student. Ram takes a student. Here has been M is R has been given three verbs. So which verb is suited for here? Suited here. So Ram M new Ram M not possible. Ram R new is appropriate. So Ram is a student. So this is known as subject verb agreement. For this subject, this verb agrees. This is known as subject verb agreement. There are 32 rules regarding the subject verb agreement. There are 32 rules are there. It has not been mentioned in your book. I will teach you one by one gradually. Okay, in the next class, in other classes, we will discuss about other things also. Subject verb agreement. It will take at least 3 classes. At least 3 classes it will take in order to complete the subject verb agreement. Just made it clear about it. What is subject verb agreement? In the next class, that we will discuss about that is non-finite verbs. Then we will discuss about the non-finite verbs in the next classes. Very important aspects of the verb phrase also. Thereafter, we will come to know about the present tense revisited, or other things are also has been given. Non-finite verbs in the next class we will discuss about the non-finite verbs. Thank you.